Hello folks, and welcome back to my channel, The Harlem Gamer. Today I am going to do a little Tower of Ascension hard. I'm going to showcase my TOA auto teams, go over what I use to complete the Tower of Ascension, the 100 stages. It usually takes me anywhere between an hour and a half to do all 100 stages of normal and hard when I'm not distracted and take breaks. And I'm going to go over some of the different teams I use for different situations that you could probably face. I'm also going to show you guys the last technically 5 stages, last 4 regular stages plus the boss stage of TOA hard with my team. And I'm going to auto the rest of it while I talk to you guys. So this is the current team that I'm using. I know a lot of you guys who are just starting the game do not have these monsters. And some of you players that do have these monsters, this is my team. Jameer, the Wind Dragon, who has a 24% overall speed lead for my entire team. Third skill, he has a full team cleanse and he reduces the full team's cooldowns except his own. Second skill is an AoE damage attack that lowers attack power and attack speed. And this attack just does more damage based on his attack speed, which I think I have mine pretty decently fast at 228 speed. Next monster is Rika. Rika is triple S tier for this dungeon. Rika is absolutely amazing for TOA. She provides dots, control. I have mine ruined a particular way. She continuous damage, stun, sleep. If she gets a sleep turn, she automatically violent procs. I also have her 2 occult girl sisters with me. Annabelle, her third skill is an AoE defense break. She also has a full team cleanse. First skill, same thing. If she lands asleep, she automatically gets another turn. I have Charlotte, who third skill is an AoE attack bar reduction on the enemy team and a boost of your full team's attack bar by 20%. And I also have Varad, the water dragon. Third skill is a complete attack bar reduction and a freeze with the third skill, which comes in quite handy, as you can see here. Defense based damage, freeze for 1 turn, test the enemy to attack bar to 0, no glancing hit. And then if he gets another turn, then he could follow this up and provide a 2-turn freeze if he lands on a frozen target. We can go back and look at Rika's skill. Third skill, 3 times hits, AoE, lowers attack speed, puts dots. Second skill, stuns, also lowers attack speed. First skill, 25% chance to put you to sleep, and you get another turn automatically. I need to put another double mon in here. I thought she was fully double mon up this entire time. I also have mine on Despair rune set just in case she doesn't put you to sleep. She can also stun. Annabelle, like I said, provides a full team heal and cleanse. She also needs to be more double mon, but she's pretty good at what she does the way she is. I need some more double mons. Double mons are very important in the game to level up your monster skills, to make them reduce cooldowns, give them more harmful effect chance, to do more damage. And Charlotte, like I said, third skill reduces attack bar by 30%. I said 20%. Also puts on glancing hit, which is also very important. When monsters glance on you, they can't land critical damage hits on you, and your attack bar increases by 30%. So we're going to auto run this stage. This isn't my number one go-to team, so you can come over here in any of your TOA stage 1 through 100. You can come over here and you look and see I have various teams built for TOA for such different occasions. Now the team that I mostly use to auto my TOA is this team right here. Water Dragon Lead, because he provides, well, let's just check it out. He gives all the monsters 33% more HP. Crow, the Dark Wolf, defense break chance on his first skill, chance that takes a teammate to attack on his second skill. Mine is very slow speed. I want him to move last, and as the big damage dealer nuke opportunity, mine could be a little bit faster, but he works the way he is. This puts on a brand, also does 50% more damage for each harmful effect. Is also another reason I have him moving last on this team. Vertihile, another key TOA monster for any team. This one is my Rage build one. I have one that's 100% crit rate because his third skill says critical hits always increase the attack bar of your allies. Both his attacks hit for 2 hits. So that boosts your attack bar 40% every time he moves, basically when you have close to max crit rate or max crit rate. I have mine on a big damage build because this skill hits very hard. I also have Lauren, Delight Cowgirl. She's available in secret dungeons. I believe, yes, the light secret dungeon. I believe that's on Saturday or Sunday. You can farm for her. She's very unique. She's one of the better light element monsters in the game. Every time she attacks, she decreases your opponent's attack bar and puts on a defense break. That's her passive, not even a skill, her passive. Her second skill strips, provides HP, disturbs HP recovery, and first skill can put attack speed slow, also hits for 3 times. And of course, everybody should have this monster in the game on their team. It's Fran, the Fairy Queen. Fran, the Light Fairy Queen. She has a very slow attack speed leader skill. We don't use that. She's here basically to heal my team, provide immunity for 2 turns. She also has a single turn cleanse on ally. She also can provide attack power down and decrease attack bar. This is the team I mostly use. This is the team I'm going to be using now for these next 4 stages. So I'm going to hit autoplay. I'm going to let it go. After I complete this TOA hard for you guys, I'm most likely going to do my Tower of Ascension summons. Every 10 levels of Tower of Ascension, you get a reward from crystals to mana stones to runes to scrolls. And when you do TOA hard 100, you get an all attribute scroll, which you can get a 4 or 5 star monster of all 5 elements: fire, wind, water, light, or dark. Light and dark having a smaller chance of popping out of the scroll, but I've seen a lot of other YouTubers pop that scroll and get the ultra rare light and dark monster and be completely shocked and awed. So we'll see what RNG has in store for us today. As you see how the team works, Rad is freezing, enabling the monsters to move. Lauren also weakening their attack bar. And Crow and Vertihile are my 2 damage dealers. As you can see, 77,000 damage with that hit. Fran puts on the immunity, attack power boost for my team. That helps a lot. And Vertihile is constantly moving, boosting my team's attack bar. so they can get multiple turns to move before my opponent does. My water dragon is taking a little bit of damage, but I'm not worried about him dying because Fran should heal him on this next turn because her AI is full team heal. Her AI is pretty good when it comes to healing. Oh, well placed freeze, double freeze on the monsters. She's going to be able to heal again in just a second. And Verad will be almost back to 100% HP. Vertihal providing multiple turns for my team. And now Verad is almost back to full health on the boss level, which is very, very difficult. The two fire chimeras are very, very difficult. They can put on their own self-immunity buff. As you can see here, they have a provoke, and he just one-shot my Vertihal. Pretty strong on stage 96. Their HP is incredibly high. Running into a little bit of trouble here, guys. I might actually lose this run with this team, which forces me to use the original team I was showing you, my Occult Girl team. That's why it's always good to have multiple teams, because if one team can't do a stage, another team can. Well, there you have it, folks. That team was unable to do that stage, but we are not discouraged. We will prepare, we will come back, and we will use the original team. They should be able to do this no problem. Normally, when you're playing through TOA, it's better to manual the stages so you can save some of your big attacks for the boss level. Some monsters' AIs, if you put it on auto, are better than others. Some of them don't realize the situation where there's one monster left you shouldn't use, and it'll E-skill on one monster. But that's why I have Jemiah the Wind Dragon, because he can reset or help reset the cooldowns on my team. So my monsters just so happen to use a skill that I don't want them to use. He can alleviate that going into the next round with his first turn, because he's the fastest monster, well, second fastest monster on my team. This team is all about control. As you can see, 10 dots, 10 harmful effects on the enemy team. So if my team isn't constantly reducing their attack bar and doing damage when they do get a turn, all the continuous damage, freezes, glancing hits, attack down, slows, all affect them. See, this round I didn't start with anything. Verad provides a nice freeze. Rika with her dots. Very well, very good. More freezes. More harmful effects. A full team reset. Full team stuns. I really like this team. If you guys are lucky to have any of these monsters, you should add them to your TOA team immediately. It greatly helps your chances of beating it. When I first started playing the game, when I didn't have any of these monsters, I couldn't even get past stage 50 of normal. But once I had Verad, once I had Rika, TOA became a lot easier. I was able to craft teams around their strengths and their weaknesses to cover up. And that's the name of the game, folks. Building competent teams that complement each other. Very important to read skills, check cooldowns, and it's also very important to speed tune your monsters. When I say speed tune, you have to, the monsters you want to move first, you have to have them very fast. But also, you want that follow-up, that damage dealer monster speed to be very close to your setup monster, so you can come right afterwards and not get cut in. Because when you're doing a PvP, you are unaware of your opponent's speed, so it's best to have your speeds as close to possible to maximize the chances of your monsters moving one right after the other. Instead of one monster moves, then your opponent has two of his monsters moving between your monsters and perhaps kill your damage dealer before you even have a chance to move. The name of the game in PvP and RTA, as you've seen in my other video, is speed. Speed, speed, speed. And if you're unable to get speed on your monsters, build tanky monsters to be able to withstand those first turn nuke blast options and be able to counter attack. As you see, this team is having a lot more success than the previous team with these monsters. The freeze and stun options really help with this team. They cleared 96. They should be able to clear everything up to the boss, including the boss. Here we have the Water Bearman and the Wind Ninja. The Wind Ninja is a very dangerous monster. He's very underrated. He could put up to 6 dots, 6 continuous damage dots if he gets his third skill off. I believe he does need a buff though. He's one of the original monsters from the game 9 years ago, and he kind of gets overshadowed by his fire brother, who is very good, and the water one as well. And if you're lucky enough to pull a dark ninja, 5-star ninja, he provides a speed lead, dark speed lead for monsters, big second skill damage. Couple of YouTubers that I watched and studied while I was playing or coming into playing the game, who were lucky enough to have him, showcase his skills very well. So the ninja family, very good family. 2 of them need buffs, the other 3 pretty strong. These Bearmans are a candidate for a second awakening, which we should be getting in 2 weeks for, I believe the living armors are getting second awakened. I'll do a video about those when maybe about a week before the new 2A dungeons come out. I'll even do a video about 2A dungeons, showing you guys which monsters are part of the 2A dungeons if you're unaware. Which monsters you should perhaps first use the 2A and increase their skills and overall base stat total to make them better monsters. All the 2As are either 2 or 3-star monsters. They haven't ventured into doing 4-star monsters just yet, but maybe eventually in the future some of their 4-star monsters will get 2A'd if they feel their skills have fallen off or need to be tweaked a little bit. This team is performing very well in TOA here. Full team control, not worried about losing a monster. The amount of turns that my team is getting in between even the monster's attack bars moving all the way up is impressive. On to the boss fight here. Reduce attack bar. Barrage should be able to freeze. 3 out of 5 isn't bad. There goes Rico with her continuous damage. There goes Annabelle with the defensive breaks, which help. TOA is all about control. Reduce the enemy movement while you take as many turns as you can before they move. Almost done with this stage, folks. These wind battle mammoths are built very, very tanky as HP damage absorbers. Stage 97 done. On to 98. Normally I rush. TOA resets between every 14th and 15th of every month. There are 3 levels to TOA: normal, hard, and hell mode. I usually rush the first day when I realize that it has finally reset around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I usually put it on auto and rush through beating level 100 normal, and then the next day doing hard. But I had a discussion with one of my guild mates, and I said, I have to realize I have to change some of my gameplay patterns because I'm trying to create content based on things I do in the game. So I had to stop myself last night while I was on my way to work and on my way home from work from playing the game and completely beating TOA. I wouldn't be able to have any content. I am also an impulse summoner. I get 10 scrolls. I like to summon right away. I'm not a guy who likes to hold on to hundreds of scrolls to do summons, because if you're not going to get anything with 10 and you're not going to get anything with 100, to me the level of disappointment is varies. In 10 scrolls, I'm not expecting to get anything. If I can get something out of 10 scrolls, I'm genuinely happy. Puts a smile on my face. I'm in shock. If I go through 100 scrolls and I don't get anything, I get frustrated with the game. I think the game is trash. I start to get very emotional about the game when I don't get anything, when I summon large amounts of scrolls. And that's the one thing about playing Summoners War. You have to remain positive and always remember it's a video game. It has no direct impact on your life unless you're really trying to play in the SWC championships, which is going on right now, by the way. And you're playing for money, then that's a different set of emotions. But if you're a casual player like me, a new player, do not get frustrated when you do not get lightning from 50 scrolls, or lightning from 100 scrolls, or lightning from 200 scrolls, or you don't get a nat 5 monster from 300 scrolls, even though there are certain YouTubers who are mathematicians and will tell you it's a 1 in 16 chance, or 1 in 200 scrolls, or 1 in 300 scrolls. Com2us's algorithm isn't always set to that. I've seen people summon 50 scrolls and get 3 nat 5 monsters. I've seen people summon 250 scrolls and get 1. I've seen people summon 400 scrolls and get nothing. Everything is random in the game. Just remember to enjoy yourself and have fun while doing it. Have no expectations in this game, because when you don't have any expectations, when you do get something, you can genuinely appreciate it, genuinely be happy about the moment. There's nothing fake or phony about the feeling that you get. I myself had to have some of that self-realization and not get frustrated like, oh my god, why am I not getting monsters, or why am I not getting runes, or why am I not doing this, or why I'm not here in this part of the game. And I just have to realize, one, it's a game, have to accept that. Two, gotta remember to have fun. No matter your age, always remember to have fun. Don't ever lose that inner child in you that you have. You remember the joy of you watching Saturday morning cartoons, or opening Christmas gifts on Christmas Day, or opening your birthday gifts on your birthday. Same thing with video games. It's always a reward. Just remember, the work you put in will reward you in the end. I'm running into a little bit of difficulty on this stage. These fire archangels provide a full 3-team immunity for their whole team, which makes it really difficult to control them. I needed Rarad or Rika to land something to stop them from going crazy. As you see, they've already killed 2 of my monsters. There we go. Alright, that's the only little slither I needed. Got one of them frozen for 2 turns. I need Rarad to get multiple turns. I need a stun. Thank you. There we go. There's still a chance for us to win this game without completely wiping. If I can get rid of one of these fire archangels, it'll make the stage a lot easier to beat. And I think we're on our way there. And if you notice, my monsters on auto will always attack the element they have the advantage against. The water monster will attack the fire monster. The fire monster will attack the wind monster. And etc, etc. And there we go. I was a little worried there once I lost Charlotte and Jamire, but my team that I have faith, that I built, have faith in, they did the job. Here we go on 99, folks. It only gets tougher from here. If anybody has any questions about my team, why I roomed them the way I have, feel free to leave a comment underneath the video. I will do my best to respond to everybody. I want to be as personable as I can and interact with as many people as I can that watch my videos. You know, I'm thankful for the support. I'm building this channel from scratch. I've had a productive week. There have been points where I didn't think I'd be able to even do this, but I'm happy that I am. Got the opportunity to share my knowledge in the game. And only positive thinking moving forward. These 5 monsters can be very difficult. That's a light occult girl who recently got buffed in the recent balance patch. She can provide a full team strip, a speed buff for her team, and she's a light element monster, but she's neutral against all the normal element monsters in the game, which means she can do pretty good damage. And then the Water Oracle can also full team strip. She can also AoE put everybody to sleep with a full team heal, and there's 3 of them on this stage. So control monsters that freeze, stun, and sleep will help you greatly in TOA. Monsters that you rune on with despair runes to give you a chance to stun with the despair set also very, very good. A nice blend of AoE monsters and single damage nukers can also help. Like I said, you have 5 monsters to build with your team. Pick complementary monsters whose skills can play off one another, help each other. Always bring a healer. Always bring a healer that can also perhaps double as a full team cleanser, because you don't want your monsters not being able to move as you try to do that to the enemy team. These little brownie magicians are about to get very, very annoying. They boost speed, they boost critical hits, they reduce critical hits, they put up immunity, they boost defense. The water one especially, as you see, completely wiped my team out. That's what happens when you try to control a team that puts on immunity and you can no longer control them. They can completely wipe you. But no fret, no fret. That's why we have multiple teams. We'll go back to my original team. I believe they should be able to do this. I might even have to step in and manually do those brownie magicians at the end. While my Occult Girl team is more of an AoE control team, this team is more of a single damage team with one AoE option being the Rad. As you see, they'll focus on one monster as opposed to doing damage to the whole enemy team. Now it's an even split of what monsters they'll go after. They'll usually go after the monster with the lowest HP in this case, which is the Dark Vampire that's across from me. I need to land a defensive break or the brand on this Wind one. There we go. Crow should be able to kill it. That had me a little worried there, just a tad. This stage, like I said before, the Occult Girl and the Water Oracle. Oof. Lost my attack bar buffer there. This is a lost run, folks. My team completely got decimated. So now when you run into problems like this, what you can then do is what I'm about to do. And I might have to manually do this. So my manual team that I like when I want to take control and get my hands dirty in the game is this team right here. I have a speed lead with Beretta, AoE continuous damage, attack bar reduction, and a chance to boost him, give himself a critical hit chance for next turn. Rad, which is I already have shown. Wusa, 5-star Water Pioneer, is a safety net, folks. Great base speed, great base HP base monster. As you see, mine has almost 45,000 HP, and mine is also very fast. The reason that he's a safety net is because he can put up a shield and give immunity for 3 turns, which prevents those monsters from stunning you, stuff like that. He also has a moderate heal here, and he does pretty good damage of the more HP that he has. And this has a small chance to sleep, which, you know, if it lands, great. Mav, a 3-star Wind Penguin. Mav is great for TOA. He's another one of those TOA staple monsters because this skill right here reduces cooldown times by 1 turn and increases your attack speed. He also has a provoke on an enemy that makes the enemy only focus on him. And he also has a stun chance there. I ruined mine on violent, so he can have multiple chances to move and provide the stun. It's really helpful when he uses his 3rd skill for cooldown. Violent procs lets me put the provoke on the monster that's about to move next. That really helps. And then I have Daphnis, the Fire Fairy King, whose 3rd skill does big damage. I usually use him for one of the TOA bosses because this damage is based off the HP of my target. And he does big damage as well. So we're going to use this team, and I'm going to manually play it. And might be a little slower than my auto goings, but I want to be in control of this go around so I can control what they do. There goes the shield. There goes the continuous damage. See how my monsters are all speed tuned to move one right after the other? So I didn't get any of the wind monsters on the freeze. So we'll try to do big damage on them, and then we'll reset everybody's cool bar time. I haven't lost any HP yet, so no need for that. See, Wusa's shield really helps. Now, we don't want this guy moving, so we'll reduce his attack bar to 0. Let's give ourselves another freeze chance. 2-turn freeze on this one. 2-turn freeze on this one, so that eliminates 2 of my threats. Even though we haven't lost a lot of HP, let's drop this to do some big damage. Let's use this to reset their cooldown times, and let's see if I can land a stun. Beautiful. This is a single damaged focus team. They can take out 1 monster at a time. Let's provoke this guy. So when he does move, he'll attack him. Perfect, just what I wanted. Now let's put some more dots. Continuous damage. Wusa has his shield ready again. Rad has the freeze chance ready again. And the Hellfire is back up. Look at that damage, folks. 32,000 damage. Let's reset the cooldowns. Oh, Violent proc. Yes. The Violent proc helps. This. Now they're just showing off for you guys. The Violent procs are plenty. Let's reduce their cooldowns 1 more. Even though it's not needed, we're going to provoke that guy. I don't want him to move at all. Reshield again. And let's nuke this one down. Cooldown. Let's go for the kill. Cool down their skills again, even though I don't think it's necessary. Go ahead, Mav. What do you think, little guy? I won't bother to shield now. I believe I can hold out. We'll do this freeze just in case. By me manualing it, my big skills will be ready for the next round as well. Shield. Continuous damage. May not land on the water monsters. Got a stun. And let's reduce their attack bar and perhaps get a freeze. And since I didn't land anything on this one, this is the one that we're going to attack. We don't want her to heal, so we get to provoke. That way she's unable to heal. She couldn't sleep my team, but we don't want her healing her team either. This one might move, so we'll reduce her attack bar and go for the freeze. Can I land the cooldowns? Got a glancing hit. You have to expect that when a fire monster is attacking a water monster, folks. You have to respect the glancing hit. We're going to re-shield up. We're going to land a hit here. Going to attack there. And there goes the full team heal. That's what we were trying to avoid. Okay, change of strategy. Rad, I need you to land this freeze, buddy. Thank you. Needed you to land that freeze, and you surely did for me. Now I can rebuff. Cool down the buffs. Have to land this. Yes. Okay. Now I think this one might have some skills ready to be used. She's gonna die from these dots, so we're not gonna hit her. I'm gonna go after this one. Perfect. Got the stun. Shield. Can I get the stun? Got the stun into a violent. This is working better than I even expected myself. Here we go. Can we put the dots? Dots. So we're going to go and focus our attack on this one over here. Big nuke damage coming in. Yes. I took a chance by not provoking that monster. Having faith in Mav's stun capabilities. We're going to reduce our own cooldowns rather than go for the kill shot. Hey, Mav. TOA MVP of stage 99. Oh, 3-star Wind Penguin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do some moderate damage here. I want to save this. This one I don't mind using because it's a 3-turn cooldown. Even less. There we go. Now let's get rid of this pesky lot here. Beautiful. Can I get the attack bar reduction or the freezes? Yes. Now we have to get rid of the most annoying of the bunch, and the most annoying one is the water ones actually. Two turn. Okay, I can work with that. I can definitely work with that. I got the increased cooldowns. We go here. These other two that still have 2-turn freezes makes it so I don't really have to worry about them for at least another turn. Let's kill this one. Ooh. Alright. Getting close to... Hey, somebody got a Sky Surfer in my chat room. Let's... This fire one is about to move. So what we're going to do is try to provoke him. Yes. Oh, he didn't move. Interesting. Oh, he's definitely not going to move now. Let's focus on this other water one. Can we make these 2-turn freezes? Yes. Landed it on 3 of the 4 that remaining monsters. Do I need to shield right now? I do not. I am not in any immediate danger. Since you have a 2-turn freeze, we'll focus on a monster with the 1 turn. Let's put some more continuous damage. Let's reset cooldowns again. I'll put the shield up now. Mav, you are showing off, showing why you're so valuable in TOA, little guy. Unbelievable. This little guy is single-handedly keeping my team afloat with the extra chances with his cooldown skill. No, I kind of want the attack bar to go off. Yes. Wanted the continuous damage to finally go off and help weaken them down a little bit. I think they have it in the bag, so I'm going to auto the rest. My finger is getting tired of tapping the mouse pad. Each single stage 1 through 9 in TOA, you get in the grave summoning piece, which gives you a list of monsters to choose from. Resets every Monday. So we have Lyrith, TOA Hell boss, or TOA Hard boss for the month of August. She has this incarnation split where she splits into 2 other monsters, each with their own unique passive and attack abilities. Now, while this team just won, the team that I normally use was the team that just got beat. They are very, very good in defeating her and keeping her and her incarnations controlled. So I'm going to hit auto. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to let this play out. Maybe not. I think I might take control. These Junos can be very, 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 very annoying because they self-cleanse and heal up their team with harmful effects on them. So when you do this Toa Hard stage and you see them, you have to get rid of them first. It makes it a lot easier to deal with this stage when they're not there. Because the two water occult girls are easier to keep controlled. I'm going to go back and auto it now. I just wanted to get rid of those fire oracle threats on the stage. This as well, these dark Ifrits, Vermos, as always cleansed, but they've been making him more and more popular to deal with. And you have to realize when they buff a monster in a balance patch to give it better skills, the skills just don't go for your monsters, they go for monsters that you fight in the game as well. They get the same benefits. So every buff to a monster in a game that makes people happy, they have to realize in Tower of Ascension, you might have to run into a monster that got recently buffed. Now that they're out the way, I can auto this stage again. These two shouldn't even get a chance to move. Waste of... I'll let her animation come down because it's pretty cool to see her swoop in like a bat. I'm going to take it off auto for just 1 second because we want to set up, because she counter attacks. Just want to get some chip damage off. We don't want to use any big skills until she splits. We did not get lucky. She is green. Green is okay. So when she splits into her incarnation, she has 2. We have the Vendetta incarnation, which she attacks all enemies and provokes, and she also counter attacks whenever you hit her. Then we have the protection one, which reduces the amount of critical hit damage by 50%. Also gives a little protection to her allies by 15%. And this one, as you can see, Incarnation of Greed, recovers 100% of damage though. So whenever she hits us, she's going to heal herself. So what we're going to do is we're going to systematically get rid of them one by one, starting with, yes, the counter attack one first. I want them to focus on her. They'll quickly get rid of her. And then we'll focus on this one. As long as you can get rid of her incarnations before this counter gets to 1, she'll reabsorb her incarnations and get stronger. Uh-oh. That was not good. I was not paying attention to Vertihile getting reabsorbed. Was not part of the plan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. It might be a little tougher, but she should not be able to move again. We should have her attack bar completely controlled between Lauren and no, we do not. Vertihile being killed reduces my attack bar cycling, so she may cut in and get skills off. Actually, this is pretty good. It's the blue one. Okay, let's switch targets and let's get rid of this one over here. Crow, need you to do your big damage skill and get rid of her, please. Thank you. No need to panic. No need to panic. I still am in control of this round. There we go, folks. Now it's the blue one. The blue aura is the least dangerous of the three. Now I should be able to sit back and they should be able to beat this no problem before any splits happen. Also, when you get rid of the incarnations, when she does count, this counter get to 0. If you beat the incarnation, she gets stunned for a turn as well. So if this attack bar ever gets up and this counter goes to 0, she'll get stunned, which also you can keep her in a stun state with a control team or attack bar reduction team. The bosses are always immune to sleeps and freezes and stuns, but her incarnations are not. Her incarnations can be put to sleep, they can be stunned, they can be frozen. The bosses always have a ton of HP, which makes TOA boss fights pretty long. And since this one reduces damage by 15%, as you can see, my monsters are doing 300 and 400 damage. The bigger skills are doing just a little over 1k damage. The Dark Wolf is the hardest hitter, doing a slightly over 8k damage. So that's why this stage is taking incredibly long to beat. I'm going to end the video after I beat the boss, upload, and then come back to you guys right after with a second video doing the summons. I don't want the videos to be overly long. I want to keep you guys invested in the video and don't want you to sit here through an hour and 2 hour long video. Not yet, at least not until my channel gets a little bit bigger. But I think we're gonna beat this Toa Hard stage pretty convincingly. A few little scares here and there, but my auto team pulled through. I like that they added the colors to what pops up. You have the blue for the resistance, the purple for the attack bar reduction, the green when you do land something or heal yourself. Positive effects are green. People are completing TOA and summoning their legendary and all the tribute scrolls and getting monsters. So let's see what that monster was, by the way. Wind Mage. Good monster, good monster. Let's go back, since they're almost about to wrap this up. There you have it, folks. We have beat Trial of Ascension Hard. Your chat will be notified, general chat. Your guild chat, if you're in a guild, will be notified. And let's see what you get after all that hard work. You get all a tribute scroll. Like I said, it's a 4 and 5 star, guaranteed 4-star monster. Slim chance of a 5-star monster of all the elements being summoned. There's also this pass For $20, you can get the normal pass. For $30, you can get the hard pass, and a combination of the two packs, which gives you a sale for $40. You can get both TOA Ascension Pass set. What the pass does is double the rewards for each stage. So when you beat normal, these are some of the reward stages as you see here. These are bonuses. You get extra 50 energy, an extra 4-star Rainbow Mon, an extra mystical scroll, another 100 scroll crystals, 2 more mystical scrolls, a 5-star Rainbow Mon, and all precious double Mon, 300 more crystals, an additional light and dark scroll, and an additional legendary scroll for normal. Hard, the rewards are pretty similar until you get to level 100. You get, instead of getting a legendary scroll, you get all the tribute scroll. So when you get this pass, you basically get double of the rewards that you get. This is a lot of crystals, which can be used to buy for summoning packs, which if you're a new player, I would advise against. If you're a mid to end game player, I would say, and you're chasing for certain monsters, you can spend your crystals on those. But mainly crystals are used for farming energy refreshes, which is the best way to maximize these pink crystals, is to continuously farm dungeons. Dungeons give you runes. Runes strengthen your monsters. Runes can provide the speed that I was talking about, or the HP defense tankiness I was talking about. And the dungeons also drop mystical scrolls, so you can do a few hundred runs of dungeons, get runes, get mana, and get scrolls to do your summons from. Certain dungeons also drop Rainbow Mon, precious other things you need in the game. With that being said, I have completed Trial of Ascension Hard and Trial of Ascension Normal. I did Normal off camera. There is this mode here, which is very, very difficult. These guys here who beat it are like end game players with great rune sets and whatnot. He's a 2-star Guardian player. Just look at his monster island, nothing but light and dark monsters. His guild is full of nothing but LD 5s. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 LD5 monsters on this screen, and a bunch of rare light and dark 4-star monsters as well. So we see why he was able to complete this and be #1 ranked in doing it. With that being said, folks, thank you guys for watching my Trial of Ascension video. I'm going to come back and do some summons. I'm going to show you guys what I've accumulated as far as summons and doing TOA and dungeons today. Got my all attribute scroll, got my legendary scroll, have picked up 2 LD scrolls. I picked up 1 from the event. I have some water scrolls already saved from previous rewards, and 24 mystical scrolls between farming dungeons and getting the rewards from TOA. I may make this 30 scrolls so we can have a little bit more of a summon session. With that being said, folks, thank you guys for coming out, viewing my video. I am the Harlem Gamer. I'll be back in a few for my TOA summons video. Thank you, and be blessed.